Again, this from Browns 3D. Some of the most important players at some of the key positions.
I think Mia Kimes and Ryan Clark kind of hit it on it. I think Carson Schlesinger, it's really interesting. Because first off, you watch the tape on Schlesinger and he's all over the place, athletic as all get out, runs hard and, runs well. But then you equate it to the fact that he's actually 6'2", 240, which is not really the common size for NFL linebackers anymore. These guys usually aren't 240. They're just not that big anymore. So I really think for Schlesinger, for him and coming in here, and, some people, trying to say, well, I don't know if he's where JOK was when JOK came in. I don't know if I can necessarily believe that. Carson Schlesinger was a full-time Mike backer last year for UCLA. Jeremiah Usu-Koromoa's final year at Notre Dame, he was kind of playing like some hybrid monster back, up against the line of scrimmage, sometimes out on a slot receiver. I think JOK had to do more transitioning into traditional linebacker stuff than I think necessarily we're going to need from Carson Schlesinger to do that. I think the other thing is, it's going to be interior pass rush. And I think that's going to come down to, how quickly and how healthy Mike Hall is for this season. I think it also comes down to, how soon can you have Mason Graham give you maybe the full load of not just being a first and second down defensive tackle, somebody you can possibly trust, and have on the field in nickel and dime situations. And then it's going to be, the pass rushers outside of Garrett and McGuire. Alex Wright, final year of his deal, and he again falls into this line of guys coming towards the end of their contracts. And then, of course, what you can get from Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. I don't put much worry into the moving on from Agbo. I think everybody just felt like it was going to happen. But you look at the rest of that room, Ogbenaya Okoronkwo is 30. Tryon's the next oldest guy at 26 besides Miles. I think it was going to be something where, ideally, if things worked out for Cleveland, Ogbenaya was going to be phased out anyway because you would just figure the younger guys were just going to pass him anyway.